Blizzard fans, are you ready? This morning, tens of thousands of Blizzard fans from around the world descended here to the Anaheim Convention Center for BlizzCon 2014. 2 days, a celebration of everything Blizzard. From the fans, to the games, to the cosplay, to everything in between. This is what Blizzard fans have waited for all year, and now the time is right to reveal what's next for Blizzard live right here on DirecTV and the virtual ticket. No matter your age, no matter where you're from, you are here to play new Blizzard games and see the tournaments like this incredible Hearthstone stage that will be the main stage for the Hearthstone tournament, and Hall D, where the opening ceremony is just a half hour away, where Mike Morhaime and the Blizzard executive team will reveal what's next. Hello, everybody, and welcome to BlizzCon 2014 Live. I'm Jeff Keighley, and man, it is going to be an amazing BlizzCon, and it's just getting started. But first, I want to introduce you to my new co-host this year, the lovely and beautiful Michelle Morrow. Michelle, it is so great to have you with us.
Oh, thank you,
and
Jeff.
You are a tried and true Blizzard fan.
Yeah.
For people that may not be familiar with you, tell us a bit about your history with Blizzard.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm an actress and a host. I've had the pleasure of working with some of my favorite gaming companies, but this is the ultimate. I am a huge Blizzard fan. I've had my own guild for about 5 years. I run it. I raid lead. I run the Nerdist Guild every week on my Twitch show, Massive, with them. I have a great time doing it. I love this game. I play all Blizzard games, so I go every year. This has been a big thing for me. My boyfriend and I always go. We have a great time. And it is a huge honor to be able to be a part of the broadcast and bring BlizzCon to the fans back home and a lot of my online friends. So I'm really excited.
It's great to have you here, and we're going to hear a lot more about your story over the next few days. There's a World of Warcraft documentary that will be premiering tomorrow, and I know your story, which is, I think will surprise some people, is going to be inside of that World of Warcraft.
It's the first time I've ever shared my story, and I hope you guys like it.
There's a lot more to Michelle you're going to find out about over the next few days, so stay tuned for that tomorrow. But we've got wall-to-wall coverage here on the BlizzCon virtual ticket, and we're going to take you through some of the highlights of the things we're going to show you guys over the next 2 days as part of this virtual ticket. So let's get right into it. The first thing we're going to do is obviously show you the opening ceremony in about a half hour, live on stage, all the Blizzard news. That's going to be free for everyone watching this stream. But afterwards, we switch to the virtual ticket, and if you buy the virtual ticket, you're going to get access to developer panels. We've got a lot of big panels throughout the day today.
Yeah.
We're going to get into those in a few minutes, what they are, Michelle. But that's a chance for these developers to talk to the fans and go really in-depth on each game,
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Every time after the panel, we're going to have one of the guys come up here. You guys can ask from home your questions and find out directly from them for not being here at the convention. So definitely watch for that.
Absolutely, and that's great. We can also get your questions answered with our live on-set interviews. So if you have questions, you can tweet them to both of us, and we'll get them in front of Mike Morhaime, who's going to join us immediately after the opening ceremony. If you have questions, he's going to answer them live right here on this stage. Now, we've also got some really cool exclusive feature segments. Michelle spent some time down at Blizzard going behind the scenes.
I did, yes. We've got a cosplay segment that we take an in-depth look at the world of cosplay. We visited a fireside gathering, so we'll be able to see that. And we also hit on the BlizzCon charity auction, which for the very first time this year, it is online. So you can go online, look at the items that are available, and I think it's open until November 14th.
Okay. Yeah, that's right, BlizzCon.com/charity, I think, if you guys want to check out the auction. Now, esports is a big thing here at BlizzCon, and we're going to take you through the esports tournaments, the WCS tournaments. Kim Fan, our co-host from previous years, is back this year to take you through these amazing stages and these setups.
The stages are incredible.
A preview of the StarCraft stage was actually in the arena here at the Anaheim Convention Center for the first time. So Kim's going to give you a little preview of that with Mike Morhaime in a few minutes, but it's an amazing arena.
Look at that.
Projection mapping. You can't actually see it all. In a minute, it's going to light up and change, and it's an amazing setup because esports has really taken off this year.
Absolutely.
And Blizzard is going to have a big focus on esports on all the virtual channels on BlizzCon.com. You can watch any of the tournaments. Now, costume and talent contest. Your friend from Nerdist, Chris Hardwick, is with us, right?
Yes, he is. He's going to be hosting the talent and cosplay contest. I'm really excited about this year.
Right.
And we also have Metallica playing.
I know.
That's huge.
Pretty good 1-2 punch of Chris Hardwick, who's going to be with us live today, actually, answering your questions at our desk, the Costume Talent Contest, and then Metallica tonight. These guys are going to be, tomorrow night, they're going to be rocking out. Saturday night, the closing concert. BlizzCon, I've always wondered when they were going to get Metallica.
Yeah, you were saying that. You said that was kind of like the band you wanted to see.
It started with Offspring back in the day, and they've always gone sort of in the metal era, Tenacious D, things like that. Eventually, they were going to have to get to Metallica. This is the year, and those guys are planning an absolutely amazing show tomorrow night. And you guys will get to see that show live as part of the virtual ticket. So as I described before, Michelle, we're going to be able to show you the opening ceremony for free if you're watching this preview on DirecTV or online. But at noon Pacific today, 3 p.m. Eastern, we switch to the virtual ticket. And that's something where you can subscribe and get all the BlizzCon information live to your desktop, to your tablet, to your phone, to DirecTV if you have it, and be able to get all the information throughout the next 2 days. Now,
what's great about that is you can go back and watch the panels for the next couple weeks.
Yep.
So if you got the virtual ticket, if you missed any of the panels, because how can you see everything?
I know.
I mean, how can you see it all? So this way you can go back and watch it, so it's a great thing.
Absolutely. Now, if you guys want to continue watching BlizzCon 2014 and you happen to be watching on DirecTV, subscribers can go to directv.com/BlizzCon for details on how to order, and purchasing the DirecTV BlizzCon pay-per-view event unlocks access to the Blizzard virtual ticket. Now, if you're watching this online, the BlizzCon virtual ticket at BlizzCon.com or any other site online, you can go to BlizzCon.com and follow the ordering procedure to lock in your virtual ticket for BlizzCon 2014. And believe me, there's things like the Warcraft movie panel, there's the Metallica concert, there's a costume talent contest.
And you can gift it, which is really cool. So anybody that isn't here that you would like to be here, you can gift them the virtual ticket, which I think is kind of a cool thing.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's really a community effort for everyone here to be a part of it, but also at home. You want to share in the goodness of Blizzard. And believe me, there are a lot of surprises you're going to want to be a part of, so lock in now. All right, well, as you know, it's been a huge year for Blizzard, and it's about to get even bigger in the opening ceremony. But before we look ahead, let's take a quick look back at some of the most memorable moments in our Blizzard Rewind.
We kick things off with the Grim Reaper. Back in March, brave Nephilim from around the world embarked on a courageous crusade against the fallen angel himself when Diablo III Reaper of Souls launched on Windows and Mac. With the addition of a new character class, a brand new act to slay through, and the introduction of Adventure Mode, it was no surprise that Reaper of Souls sold over 2.7 million copies in its first week of release. June saw the premiere of Blizzard's first ever reality web series, Azeroth Choppers. Legendary custom motorcycle designer Paul Jr. led two competing teams made up of bike experts and Blizzard developers, challenging them with one epic task: to create a pair of asphalt-kicking choppers, one representing the Alliance and one representing the Horde. So which faction emerged victorious?
And the winner is Horde!
Despite being outnumbered by Alliance players around the globe, the Horde rallied for an epic victory. Scorching temperatures were no deterrent as thousands of World of Warcraft fans lined up outside the Ace Theater in downtown LA on a hot August morning to witness the worldwide debut of the epic Warlords of Draenor cinematic. The Iron Horde is on the march and almost upon us. The Warlords of Draenor are primed to invade Azeroth on November 13th. And as if that wasn't enough, players were also treated to another exclusive, the debut of the Lords of War 5-part video series. It's also been a big year for Hearthstone. After months of beta testing, the digital card game Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft was officially released for Mac and Windows PC on March 11th. Just a month later, Hearthstone went portable with its release onto iPad.
Victory or death!
Then on July 22nd, Blizzard introduced a whole new way to play Hearthstone as the first wing of Curse of Naxxramas, a Hearthstone adventure, was released. The game was an instant success and within the first 6 months reached over 20 million players worldwide. That'll do it for our Blizzard Rewind. Now, let's get back to BlizzCon.
So that was Blizzard so far in 2014, but what can we expect in the future? Well, we've got a lot to bring you today, and let's take a look at what is coming up. Of course, it all starts at the top of the hour with the opening ceremony at 11 a.m. Some big news, hopefully, from Mike Morheim, Chris Metzen, and the team at Blizzard. 2:15, we've got the Warcraft movie presentation. Director Duncan Jones will be on stage, along with one of the actors from the film. 3:30, the Heroes of the Storm overview panel. 4:45, the World of Warcraft items, class changes, and more panel. And then 6 p.m., the fan contest with Chris Hardwick hosting those. So that's all today you're going to see as part of the virtual ticket. Now, Michelle, you mentioned earlier that we've got a lot of guests coming by from the development teams.
We do. It's very true. Lots of people. So if you guys have questions from home, it's your opportunity to ask the devs right here to us. You can tweet your questions on set to our guests at Jeff Keighley and at Michelle Morrow, and we will try to answer them live on air for you.
Absolutely. We've got a lot of great guests coming by, including Mike Morhaime, and he's going to be live on stage over in Hall D for the opening ceremony. You can see over here the fans are obviously in their seats, getting excited about the live opening ceremony. They'll be starting in just about 17 minutes' time. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about what Blizzard is going to talk about. A lot of the fans walked in here to the hall and saw there was this big area that is a bunch of computers with nothing on the screens, no signage, no nothing. People are wondering, what is that? What could Blizzard be talking about today? Michelle, lots of speculation online. What do you expect from Blizzard in the opening ceremony?
Well, you know, it could be absolutely anything. We're looking at so many different franchises that they have. There could be, they could announce anything, and that's what's kind of cool about the opening ceremony. This is the 10 and 20th year anniversary of Warcraft and World of Warcraft. I mean, the World of Warcraft has been going on for 10 years, Warcraft 20 years. So all in all, this is very exciting for them. I can't wait to see what it is. I've never missed an opening ceremony, so I'm really
having done this for so many years, I got to say this is probably the biggest opening ceremony Blizzard has ever done. There are some pretty amazing surprises inside of it, so you guys are definitely going to want to stay tuned.
Don't miss it.
The hype is, the megatons are about to drop. All right, well, let's head over to Kim Fan, who got to hang out with Blizzard CEO Mike Morhaime over at the StarCraft Arena stage to hopefully get a little bit of a tease of what's ahead for the BlizzCon opening ceremony. Kim, take it away.
Hey everyone, you all know him as our CEO and co-founder of Blizzard Entertainment, but I know him as one of my favorite people to talk to about esports. Mike, I love it that you are over here in the StarCraft Arena checking out the stage before the opening ceremony. What are you thinking?
Well, this is a brand new stage that we built just for the WCS finals here, and it's pretty amazing. You guys need to come and check it out.
And of course, the Hearthstone stage is also amazing, but we'll talk more about that later. Talk to me about the opening ceremony. I know we're only moments away. Jeff and Michelle wants me to try and get some information from you. Can you tease us or give us any kind of hint what we can expect?
I think it's probably better if everybody just waits a few more minutes, and we'll get to that. But I can tell you, I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to this moment for a really long time.
And now BlizzCon, this is our 8th BlizzCon. So can you talk to us about how much it has grown since the very start?
Well, it's pretty amazing. You know, walking around the floor this morning, I just think back to the first BlizzCon where we only had 2 halls. We used the arena for the closing concert, but there were no live streams. We weren't on DirecTV, so if you weren't here, you didn't get to see any of this stuff. And now we're going to have a lot of people watching and a lot of people showing up. We've got the whole Anaheim Convention Center to ourselves, so it's going to be pretty amazing.
And we're so glad to have everyone tuning in. Can you talk to us about something that maybe people don't know about? Like, there's a lot going on here at BlizzCon, but what should we be checking out that we don't know about?
Oh, well, there's a ton of stuff, but one of my favorite things that we're doing this year is we set up a new the BlizzCon Master Control Room. Basically, we put it on the floor. There's windows around it, so anybody can walk by and look in. And effectively, every single audio-video feed from the whole convention center runs through that room. So everything leaving the convention center to go to all the live streams, it's all going through that Master Control Room, and you kind of get an idea for how much stuff is going on here.
And people can just go and check it out too. It's actually live, like that's where they're working out of.
It is. You can't actually go in the room, and don't use any flash photography, but it's very cool. I recommend it.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for taking the time. I know the opening ceremony is about to start, so I need to let you go. We don't want you to be late because we don't want to miss the opening ceremony. Good luck walking all the way back. Thank you so much for taking the time, and good luck.
Thanks, Kim.
Back to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Kim. And Michelle, I got to say, Mike, I've never seen him that giddy.
He's
just so excited, right?
Oh, it's so cool, which makes me excited because now you guys cannot miss opening ceremony
you
at
guys
all.
should be excited, and I know why Mike is excited.
You see him that happy, you know.
Oh, yeah, I think it'd be great. He's going to be with us live right after the opening ceremony, probably around 11:45, so we'll have to ask him how it went. And if you guys have questions for Mike, send them to me at Jeff Keighley and at Michelle Morrow, and we'll ask them to Mike live right here on DirecTV. Now, let's take a look at some of the things that are going to happen after the opening ceremony. There's been a lot of speculation online that the opening ceremony ends around 11:45 or noon, and then there's this big gap until the next panel at 2:15. So we'll have to see what's going to happen in between there. But the next panel that is officially announced will be the Warcraft movie panel, and that happens at 2:15 today. Now, Duncan Jones, the film director, will be on stage with Chris Metzen and Rob Kaczynski, one of the actors. Now, Michelle, you're a huge World of Warcraft fan.
Yes.
This Warcraft movie completed principal photography in Vancouver earlier this year, not coming out out until 2016. But there's a lot of mystery around where this is set in the universe, what characters are involved.
Yeah,
right?
they've given out very little details. They've been excellent about keeping it under wraps. They've got a huge technical challenge in front of them and making this, bringing the orcs to life, bringing this world to life. A bit more about the characters, what roles people are playing. We know that Medivh is the only character on IMDb that is currently confirmed.
You never know if IMDb is real. Is that real?
I don't know, but it says Medivh, so that
Okay.
brings us back to the first war. So fingers crossed for an origin story.
All right, well, there was rumors that they're going to show some footage here, too. Duncan Jones was tweeting that there might be some footage as well, so stay tuned on that. Now, other panels today, 3:30, we've got the Heroes of the Storm overview panel. We've got, obviously, Dustin Browder, who serves double duty on StarCraft and Heroes. Hopefully there'll be some news on the maybe a beta or something tied to Heroes of the Storm.
I think that's what everyone's
Who knows?
looking forward to. People have been playing the technical alpha.
Yes.
Yeah, like me. It's awesome. It's such a great game. So I'm really hoping that they're going to talk about the beta, and hopefully we'll see some more heroes released, because obviously the expanded Blizzard universe, we've got so many different characters that we can look at. So I'm hoping they release a few new ones.
Rock and roll racing cars. All right, moving on to the next one. We've got 4:45, the World of Warcraft items, class changes, and more panel at 4:45. Michelle, this is interesting because the next expansion is actually coming out next week for World of Warcraft. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more details on that. And then finally at 6 o'clock, we've got the talent and costume contest hosted by Chris Hardwick. That's always fun. And I heard
it's my favorite part of the convention.
Well, people are so creative. And I remember last year the guy had the South Park costume that absolutely just stole the show.
Jared Nandon, he's a friend of mine. He actually was a walk-on last year. There was a little bit of confusion because people are like, you were robbed. But honestly, he didn't apply. He wasn't a part of the costume contest. So he just walked on, and it is, rumor has it, that this year he is coming back with a new costume, and he is entered into the contest. So that's my one to watch.
All right.
That's my cosplay to watch.
It's
Jared
always
Nandon.
fascinating to see what people come up with. And, that'll be happening later tonight on Hall D. But right now, let's take a look at Hall D as the fans are hyping each other up for the opening ceremony, which is going to be happening in just about 10 minutes now. And it's an amazing stage, as always, that they put together there. It's very blank. There's nothing on the stage right now, but eventually I think we're going to see, obviously, Blizzard guests, some other information about new Blizzard games that will be coming up, and Mike will take the stage in just about 10 minutes' time, and we'll give you complete, uninterrupted coverage here in high definition on DirecTV and the virtual ticket. Everyone's waving there in Hall D. They look like they're ready and fully hyped for what BlizzCon has for them. All right, we're going to head back to Hall D in a little bit. And again, I think there's a lot of anticipation about what Blizzard is going to announce this year, and we don't have to wait long. They've been holding their secrets. Only 10 more minutes to go, guys. Now, let's move on to something else that's going to be happening throughout the BlizzCon weekend. It actually started earlier this morning with the Hearthstone tournament. Joining us now is my partner in crime every year on all things esports, the beautiful Kim Pham. Kim, great to have you back with us again.
It is so great to be back. And Michelle, I'm so glad you're here. It's great to have you here.
Much.
It's been so exciting. Yay!
Well, you're excited. Mike's excited. You had a great interview with Mike.
Thank you.
Opening ceremony is coming up. Now, you work at Blizzard, so you got to tease us. Are we going to be pretty excited about what's in the opening ceremony?
Everyone will be very excited about what's in the opening ceremony. I tried to get it out of Mike. I knew he wasn't going to say anything, and I definitely won't say anything either because we're so close.
Yeah.
But
We're only 10 minutes away.
You don't want to spoil that collective shared moment when everyone gets to find out things together, but I think people will be cheering. All right, well, Kim, let's talk a little bit about esports, because you have been a huge champion of esports over the years. I remember when I first did BlizzCon in like 2007, I think. It was, esports was here. You guys were starting out. Now it has blown up on the front page of the New York Times, and you guys are blowing out esports across the convention. What can we expect?
It is much bigger, this BlizzCon. I love esports, you know I do, and I'm so happy to see how much events we're having here. There are 4 tournaments taking place at BlizzCon. You have the StarCraft World Championship Global Finals in the arena, which that stage is amazing.
The stage is incredible.
I love that stage.
Kim took us for a little cart ride yesterday, and we got to take a look, and it's unbelievable. You guys did such a great job.
Thank you. It's very dynamic. It changes. I don't know if you were able to see it when I was interviewing Mike, but it actually morphs into different map looks, to different race looks. So that's really great. We also have the Hearthstone World Championships with another beautiful stage.
That one's incredible, right
right
behind us
here.
here. It's
I
incredible.
love
Yeah.
that stage so much, and I want to live in that stage.
It's awesome. I want to play a match between myself and Jeff Keighley.
Look at I do it because I mean, you
Yeah.
go over to the stage, it's like you can smell the wood. I mean, it is.
Look at the
I want that
trophy. That's the
fireplace for our
trophy.
set.
I
I'm
want the
jealous
trophy.
now.
The trophy's incredible.
The trophy is very,
Trophy
very
and the
beautiful.
fireplace. So we'll be showing, you know, that tournament, of course, online as part of all the streams,
Right.
Kim, and that's an amazing setup. But let's zero in on the WCS StarCraft 2.
Right.
That's an amazing arena set, as you talked about. What can we expect from that tournament over the next 2 days?
So because of all the events we have,
Yeah.
you know, I didn't even mention the World of Warcraft 3v3 arena
Okay.
and also
Right.
the Heroes exhibition.
Yes.
But StarCraft is a very big event for us.
Yeah.
And with so many matches in only 2 days, we actually had to move a lot of the matches earlier last weekend for the World Championship opening weekend. And that took place in Burbank, and it started with 16 players of the best 16 players in the world, and we had to narrow it down to 8. So today at BlizzCon, you're only seeing the top 8 players,
Yep.
and that means there were a lot of upsets. So let me talk really quick about some of the upsets. The first one is Life versus Zest. I mean, Life advanced, but everybody was expecting Zest to do well. Zest is a player from Korea who everyone thought would win. And already he's out, and he's out because of Life. And then another person who is out, Michelle, I know you really were cheering for Jaedong.
I'm bummed.
I'm so
Jaedong,
sorry.
he was my guy. You know, he was huge in Brood War. I was really hoping that he would come through now, and he was knocked out by Bomber.
Yes, so that was a very close match. All of the matches were so close and so exciting. But there's more. There's 8 more matches that are happening, or seven over the weekend. And the first one I want to talk to you guys about is Bomber versus MMA.
You love
Bomber
MMA.
I do love MMA, and Jeff knows that. But Bomber is the one that took out your Jaedong.
Okay, so
sorry.
go MMA.
Immediately, Michelle's going to cheer for MMA. And it is a Terran versus Terran matchup. Bomber is on Team Red Bull, MMA is on Team Acer, and Bomber is your currently ranked 1 player on the rankings. So it's not a surprise that he defeated Jaedong. And in fact, Jaedong, it went 3-2, so it's very close. MMA, on the other hand, was here at BlizzCon in 2011, where he took the title for GSL. And he was the underdog. I mean, it's really hard to say that these players are underdogs.
Yeah, exactly.
But he wasn't expected to win, and he did. And so in this tournament, I'm cheering for MMA again. I think he will surprise people. I don't think people are expecting him to win, but I am.
I'm with Kim on this one.
Well, we'll find out, and if people can obviously watch all these tournaments live online as well. That's one thing we should talk about, is if you're a fan and you want to see these tournaments. We're going to cover some of the panels, obviously, live here on the main stream, but all the streams of all the games are completely free to watch, right?
They are. The esports streams are entirely free. Just go to BlizzCon.com. There is a tournament bracket or page that you just go to there, and there are so many streams available in many different languages too. So if you want to watch it in French or German or whatever, you can. It's
That's
great.
fantastic. And if you are actually in the Anaheim area, you can buy a ticket. It's only $25 to go just to the arena to watch the StarCraft tournament. Is that
And
correct?
it's worth it. It's so worth it to go, just even to check out that
Just
stage.
to see the stage.
That's amazing. All right, well, let's get to one of the other tournaments. You mentioned earlier the Hearthstone stage behind us. Now, tell us about some of the players to watch, because that's, that's new for Blizzard, a new game that really has just come in, to sort of full release this year.
Yeah.
So tell us about what can we expect.
I love Hearthstone, and I love the World Championships. We also had to play some matches earlier in the last weekend, and we started off with 16 players representing 5 regions, and it's now boiled down to 12.
Wow.
4 have already been knocked out. The matches have already started today, and another 4 will be knocked out. So if I could name 2 players for you guys to pay attention to, the biggest names are on the same team. It is Kalento and StrifeCo, both coming from Cloud9. And Kalento is representing the Europe region, and StrifeCo is representing the Americas region. And these two guys are not only friends and teammates, but they're amazing. Kalento is expected to win the tournament by a lot of people watching.
Now, they are on the same team, so do we expect that the 2 of them kind of know each other's play styles?
I'm sure they do practice with each other, but they also practice with other people. I know that there was some smack talk between them because they were fighting over for practice partners, so it's great. But I will tell you, one of the matches that took place in the opening weekend between Kalento and StrifeCo won. So everyone was like, oh my gosh, they were expecting Kalento to win.
Yeah.
And now Kalento is 1 match away from possibly being knocked out in the tournament. We'll find out today if he stays in. But those are the 2 you should keep your eye on.
One of my
sure.
favorite things about the Hearthstone stage is that these guys are in an isolated chamber together so that they can smack talk. They can have fun together. I think that's really
And we
cool.
have no idea what they're saying, right? They'll be lip readers trying to.
Can we have no idea what they're saying at all?
No, we can't, because we don't want them to hear the crowd either.
Right.
So yes, in StarCraft you have the players in separate booths. They're focusing, playing like machines. In Hearthstone, there's a lot of thinking and a lot of stare downs too, because they're not very far from each other. So their players are just kind of like.
It's very poker.
Yes.
Stare down.
Yeah. I wonder through the years if
Blinking
it's going to get
contest.
more and more like crazy.
Yeah,
more
which part are
glasses.
they going to play?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a cool thing about it. The Hearthstone guys are in one booth. It is really awesome. They've got that fireplace. Jeff, where's our fireplace?
I asked for it, Kim. We'll have to see. Maybe by tomorrow we'll get a little fire. We have sort of I don't know, ice flames or something happening behind us. All right.
Ice flames?
Whatever it is. What is that? I don't know.
This is our ice fire.
Ice
It's
fire.
ice fire.
Exactly.
Our blizzard.
Blizzard, exactly.
Hey!
It's a blizzard, exactly.
Look
It's
at
controlled
Michelle.
blizzard. All right. So you also mentioned that there's, we talked about briefly, obviously, World of Warcraft, Heroes of the Storm. You've got competitions going for those as well, right?
Yeah, I'm so excited that we are showcasing Heroes of the Storm here in an exhibition match, because the game is still in tech alpha,
Right.
and the community is loving Heroes, and they're already playing it as an esport. So I'm glad that we have also a brand new stage for World of Warcraft and Heroes. You have to check that out too. New stages everywhere. Go esports. But there's going to be an exhibition match to show some of your friends.
Yes, it's very true. We've got the guys from Rocket Jump and Nerdist playing against the guys from Smosh with Jesse Cox and Krendor
And Husky.
with Husky.
Yeah.
So these guys are going to go head-to-head, and hopefully a little later today we're going to have an interview with them, talking smack, seeing. I know that Jesse Cox and Krendor, they're calling their team Low Expectations.
Okay.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see. It's an amazing couple days that are planned for BlizzCon fans. We're just 1 minute away right now from the opening ceremony where Mike Morheim's going to be on stage. So, there's so much that Blizzard could talk about, right? I mean, a lot of people are wondering about Legacy of the Void. Are they going to talk about that?
Yeah.
Are there going to be a new Hearthstone expansion? What are they going to say about Diablo? World of Warcraft, the expansion's coming out next week. What could they say there? Could there be more? Could there be other news, other surprises? Kim's just looking very poised.
There will be surprises. There are going to be many surprises. You're going to love it.
All right, well, we are so
never
excited
know.
to bring this to you guys. And, of course, this is just the start of our coverage. Michelle and Kim will be with you for the next 2 days as we go through everything related to BlizzCon and show it to you all here as part of the virtual ticket. But right now, it's time to head over to Hall D for the opening ceremony of BlizzCon 2014. You guys have been waiting for it. I hope you enjoy it live right here on DirecTV. It's BlizzCon 2014, and it starts right now. Enjoy the show.